All right, folks, welcome to the Chicago Golf Tour podcast. Rob, it is October 14th, and this is our first very own episode. How you doing there, big fella?
I'm good, man. It's big man weather now. We're getting this thing rolling.
Yeah, we're super pumped to bring you guys the CGT podcast. For those of you guys that maybe don't know what the CGT is, we'll give you a quick rundown. Obviously most of you guys listening will probably be former members or this past year member, but for new up and coming members, this all started with the inception of the Southside Tour in 2019, and we did 2 years of that, and we kind of got a lot of noise out of the North and the West, and things were buzzing, and Rob and I talked and we said, hey, let's expand this thing. Let's go with the North Side Tour, a West Side Tour, and a South Side Tour. So that's what happened in 2021. And we had 494 members. It was an awesome year.
It was.
And like Rob said, so we have 3 active tours. Each tour plays a 12 event schedule, 6 regular events, 4 majors, 1 playoff, and 1 championship. You got to play with another member on the tour to attest to your score. So that goes towards official scoring. We run our schedule pretty much parallel with the PGA Tour. There's probably going to be some changes with that in 2022, but for the most part, the last 3 years, we run it pretty much identical. FedEx Cup point style system. It is a singles flight in net handicap tournament rule play. You're allowed practice rounds. We give you 2 weeks to play said event. So the flexibility that's our bread and butter. Yeah.
That is huge.
It's our bread and butter. That's kind of, why this started, why we think it's probably been as popular as it has been. We're a little bit older, summer weekends are crazy busy.
Kids now, everybody's got kids. Just makes it easier.
Got kids. And 2 weeks actually flies by.
It does.
That's true. So
you got, you have 2 full weekends to get your round in, which is nice for the guys that are the weekend warriors. But then you got the guys that like to play Monday through Friday in the morning, whatnot. It tailors to everybody, so it's nice.
Right. I mentioned that there was a guy who was 71 who joined. I think our youngest was probably. Well, actually, I know who our youngest was, but that's going to get kept quiet for a little bit. But yeah, we have guys literally from 21. We'll start there, 21 to 71. But pretty much our average age is, probably mid 30s. It's been a great year.
It was a fun year.
Yeah. What was your favorite part about the year?
My favorite part, I play on the West Side Tour, and I live out in Woodridge, and I've lived here for about 9 years. And to be honest with you, I'm ashamed to say I never played Bolingbrook Country Club, and getting to experience that was awesome. And, in the last 3 years playing on the tour, the best part about it is getting to play courses that I never thought I would play, getting to experience that and different types of courses, and meeting new people that enjoy golf just as much as we do. It's a pretty cool golf community. And that's probably one of the better parts of this tour is just seeing other guys that, care about the game, but also care about, making friends and, just having a good time out on the course.
Well said there, Robert. Well said. That's probably obviously playing the courses is probably my favorite, especially new ones like that. Just that gets me fired up. Like Saturday, playing Whitetail Ridge, scouting for 2022. I couldn't be more excited. Like I feel like I'm almost going on like a small trip.
And it's golfing weather now. This is what I consider golfing weather. So
fall golf is by far the best golf.
Oh yeah.
Well, especially for the big guys who don't like to sweat.
Right.
it's just, you don't have to worry about anything. Like, your arms aren't sweating, your gloves not sweating through. Like, it's super pretty out. Like, there's just, there's so many good reasons to love fall golf.
Yep.
I'll tell you what, Illinois fall golf is unbelievable, but I think I would have to give it to probably Michigan on fall golf.
Yeah, Michigan, Wisconsin, they're both tailored the same.
Yeah. Speaking of, got a buddy down the street. Bubs is playing Lost Dunes tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
Kind of jealous about that.
Yeah, I would be.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the place looks unreal.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I mean, Michigan golf, just the Midwest in general. I mean, I think a lot of people are kind of probably burnt out by now.
Yeah.
So, like, you could tell kind of who the real junkies are when it comes to fall golf, because those guys are still playing.
Yeah.
But
sure.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about recapping the 2021 season. Besides the courses and the flexibility and meet new people, how do you think the season itself went?
I think it went good. I mean, we had some hiccups, especially with opening it up to 2 tours. They have 3 total, but we kind of expected there be a few hiccups, but it only helps us for next year and then improving and making it better for 2022. But for the most part, it seemed like everybody enjoyed themselves when we got to be at the championships.
Yeah.
The Ryder Cup was awesome, getting people seeing people's excitement, like I said, golf community. And I think for the most part, all the ideas that we brought to 2021 made it so much better. And I think people enjoyed everything that we, did. Yeah. I think, like I said, it's going to make 2022 a lot better.
Yeah. It's funny you say that. The diehards, I call them, the ride or dies who've been with us for 3 years now. Obviously, probably most likely Southside Tour guys. Seeing those guys on championship day, or even just like out, it's super cool to hear them say, like, hey, pretty much where you guys came from, like, since year one. He's like, it's been unreal. It just gets better and better each year. So that's pretty cool to hear. And it has. I mean, year one was kind of just like, it was just an idea.
Yeah, flying by the seat of a pants.
Yeah, but now, look at us now. We're sitting in a garage talking to each other on the CGT podcast. So we're doing something right.
Yeah, I mean, you started thinking it was only going to be 60 people, and now, like you said, we're doing a podcast about 500 people almost. Especially like when we're at the north side, because they were the first championship.
Yeah,
and seeing people that we've never met. You've met through emails and stuff like that, but like to see the excitement and to realize that, this isn't just some hodgepodge thing put together. It was a lot of work put in, and they enjoyed it, and they liked how everything was laid out. It was really cool to see. That was, I mean, the players were so nice, and like I said, they were so excited, and just, like you said, the diehard golfers that enjoy themselves,
Absolutely. Dude, I got a huge kick out of the Northside championship. You remember the group of like 8 or 9 dudes that signed up together?
Yeah. A
little bit younger than us, but hockey bros. I think there was some Canada bros in there.
Yeah. Yep.
Tons of fun.
Yeah.
Those guys just like to play and then get after it. So
I mean, everybody got along. So that's the best part about it,
Yeah, I mean, it's weird, I guess meeting anybody, but specifically like, on the golf course, sometimes, playing with somebody you don't know is a little nerve-wracking, or just could be weird. But I mean, after a couple holes, you could tell like everybody who plays golf has some kind of, golf minded, likeness about each other, right?
Yep. Yeah.
There's a lot of similarities. You could just, I don't know what it is, but yeah, those dudes were tons of fun. They joined in like an 8 or a group of 10, something like that. So it was cool to hear from them, their experience throughout the year. The West Side Tour Championship, which you played in at Mistwood, was awesome.
Yeah, that was great.
A lot of good
everybody on the 18th green. That was awesome.
Yeah, 18th green. 18th green was fun. Shout out Dan Mapadani, West Side Tour champion. Yeah, good times. Even the South Side Tour was massive at Harborside.
Yeah.
So, that was probably a good time for you to drive around and get the,
Yeah, I mean, we had so many people who got the modified shotgun start. Everybody got to tee off at the same time, and to see everybody flow through the course and have a good time. It was very entertaining.
Yeah, I mean, Harborside's awesome too. I mean, it's such a tough track, especially when the wind's blowing like that. But for a championship event, I think it's it's perfect.
Yep.
Just the venue in general, like the the clubhouse there, overlooking both, finishing holes. It's just super cool. Yeah, I would agree. I would say the season went very, very well. We got a ton of new stuff planned for next year that, obviously we're super excited about. We think it's gonna, kind of blow the doors wide open for us, and hopefully, just keep continuing to grow. And
yeah, it's definitely going to make some people happy. So that's a good thing.
It's always a good thing. That's what we're in the business of doing.
Yeah, right.
We're in the business of making everybody happy.
Yep.
No, yeah. I mean, speaking of the end of the year surveys, were pretty awesome. A lot of great things to be said, but to your point, a lot of great ideas. Just hearing different people's perspective on, what they thought can improve, what they loved, what they didn't love, what courses they recommend. It was honestly something I wasn't expecting it, but guys wrote like paragraphs. Like it was really good to hear that feedback. So
yeah,
we're not just gonna throw that file in the trash. We, Rob and I skimmed over that and took the things away that we think we could definitely implement, and others we laughed at. But for the most part, the responses were awesome. So
yeah, I mean, it definitely shows people care, and people want this to succeed, for everybody. So that was awesome.
Right. I mean, at the end of the day, we're putting out a product for those guys. So,
and for us, we play in it, we enjoy it.
Yeah, right.
So,
yeah, I mean, I'll probably have to check out the length of your driver before you start next season, by the way.
Oh, no. Well, I'm a tall guy. You can't do that.
I'm kidding. What a dumb rule.
Oh man. Phil was pretty good on Twitter about it.
I saw him and I saw JJ Colleen he chimed in. What's the point? How many, realistically, I bet you it's under like 10 guys or 15 guys maybe that use a longer driver than, what is it, 46 and a half, they say?
I think that's what they said.
Yeah, something like that. What a joke. Who cares?
And then they, the building up the purse for the players was a nice way to try to soften that blow about the driver.
Yeah, I saw that. Well, even I thought it was super soft. They just like tossed it off to the USGA and were like, yeah, you guys could deal with this as a local rule.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. But speaking of PGA Tour, it's nice it's back. The short 2 weeks off. was this swing is kind of just whatever, but at least it's still on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something to watch, something to follow, something to bet on. So
exactly.
We got to get our fix somehow besides,
simulators and watching it.
Right. But no, next year, 2022 is going to be awesome. We should be releasing a bunch of that info in the next month or two, especially registration info. That will probably open up probably in February. We are moving our seasons back. So typically we normally started, the end of March. This year, the North actually started like, the 21st or something like that of March. That was kind of backwards since they're up in the North. It's always a little bit colder up there. So we're going to do it the right way this year. And North is going to actually go off last. I think the North is going to kick off like the 16th of April, or maybe the 24th, 23rd, something like that. Anyways, the other two tours are going to kick off mid-April. We have a great event planned. I don't know if should we blow the whistle on this, or should we keep it under wraps?
I mean, I think we keep it under wraps, build it up on social, and then we let it go.
True. Anyways, we have a big event planned for Masters Saturday.
Yep.
So 4/9/22. Put it on your calendar. It's going to be a CGT wide invite. We're only going to be able to have, X amount of players. It is going to be a team match, and that's about all.
I think you should just stop right there. I think we're good.
Yeah. So I'm sure you guys could put the pieces together. Maybe not. But that's going to be our big season kickoff. So we're looking forward to that. I mean, it's kind of crazy that we're even doing this right now. I guess, I would have never fathomed, one, I don't even like taking pictures, like, with my wife. She hates it, let alone stand in front of
right.
Like my neighbors, obviously. Is your garage door open right now?
No, it's closed.
See, mine's wide open. Like, I can hear crickets. My neighbor probably thinks I'm just a wild man. I feel like a TikToker. I got this ring light, sitting above the screen, but it's super fun. I mean, it gives us an opportunity to, kind of shoot the shit all fall, winter, talk golf. I mean, we do it, on the phone or, texting each other anyways, but
right.
So I got a little, you don't know about, we haven't talked about this yet. So this is going to be on the fly for you. So I think you could handle it though. So how I want to end each episode is going to be a top three.
Okay.
So this week is my question to you. So then you answer it, and then I answer it. And then you have the full week or whatever we decide on when the next episode's coming out to think of a top three. And then you get to fire away at me at the end of next episode. So we're going to go with Rob's top three courses he played in 2021.
Do they have to be?
They could be wherever.
Does it have to be part of the tour? Is that okay?
No.
Man, I would have to say 2 out of 3 are on the tour. Like I said, Bolingbrook Country Club was awesome.
The place is always mint. I always feel like it's always like super lush.
I really enjoyed that. Like, it was with the practice facility and the course itself. I mean, I would have to say that's probably 3. 2 would be Boats Creek. Boats Creek was awesome. Never played that either.
Creek was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, first time I was ever in Elgin too, but
we both topped our popped our cherry at Bowes Creek this year.
Bowes Creek was number 2, but my favorite course this season, and I just played 2 weekends ago, was up in Wisconsin, the club at Lac La Belle.
Yes.
That was by far, out of my whole golfing career, would be in the top 5, top 3 even, maybe.
Yeah.
The layout was awesome. It was a beautiful course. It was a lot of fun. So
I heard
that'd be my top 3.
I mean, that place even looks ridiculous.
Yeah, it was, and everybody that worked there, so friendly. The starter was awesome. Broke down like what you should do for every hole. And it's fairly new. I might be misquoted here. I thought he said it was like 3 to 5 years old. So the greens are, still obviously rock hard, but the bowls and everything, the undulation, no matter if they were soft or not, you were in hole them, but it made it a lot more fun to play. I would suggest anybody, heading to Wisconsin looking for a course to play. It wasn't that far. It's like 2 hours from here. It was well worth the money. It was a great experience. And then they had, outside of the clubhouse, their practice facility was sick too, but outside the clubhouse, they had a putting green, right? But it was a putting course. It was huge. And,
like
what's that? I'm sorry.
Like Pinehurst?
Yeah. They had the wooden stakes out with the drink holders, but
nice.
The coolest thing I saw, I've never seen it before, was they had arrows, like physical 3D printed arrows, probably made out of wood, but they were staked into the putting green to aim where your hole was at.
Okay.
So that was pretty cool. But I mean, like I said, I suggest that course. But those are my top 3. What about you?
Nice. I would probably have to say, so I'm going to kind of cheat. The big cedar trip I went on in April.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Oh, crap. Tree chops. I forgot about that too. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. If I had to pick out of the 3, Paynes Valley, Ozarks, or Buffalo Ridge, I would probably say the most fun, most playable by far was Buffalo Ridge. And it kind of reminded me of, Parkland golf, like around here. It was just way more beautiful. And then from a design perspective, Ozarks was just ridiculous. Just using the terrain of the mountains and all of the runoffs of the greens, like it was just so well thought about. And again, vistas, like, you could only dream about. Like, there's like Arizona vistas, and then there's like, Missouri vistas where there's just like you're kind of above the treetops and it's just all trees and rivers, whatever, mountains. So I would probably say that probably takes the 3rd slot. I'll probably go Bowes Creek, number 2.
Yeah.
Just because, I've never played it.
So affordable too. It's crazy.
Yeah. I reached out to my brother. I've heard nothing but unbelievable things about it. Reached out to my brother early on in the season because he plays on the West Side Tour. Well, 2 of them play on the West Side Tour. And I said, hey, when you guys go out there, let me know. I'm definitely tagging along. It was awesome. It reminded me a lot of Heritage Bluffs.
Yeah.
Kind of just the different.
That's a hidden gem too.
Yeah. Kind of some tight holes, some dog legs. I just thought it was very.
The tee off on 4, I believe, with that dog leg left little that was going over the water. That was a pretty sight. It was right off that after that par 3.
Yeah. Yep. That par 3's tough. That's long.
Yeah, that was long.
Yeah, just a solid, challenging course all around. And then easily number 1, just played it the other day. I live 5 minutes from there. I've played it a bunch before the redesign, but not since the redesign. And that's Beverly Country Club.
Nice.
Dude, it was unbelievable. It was insane. Shout out Chef David Posey
There you go.
for bringing me out there. It was awesome, man. So again, like living around here, played Ridge a bunch. Haven't played Bev like a ton, but I've probably played it, I don't know, 5-6 times, maybe 10 times in my life. But again, not since the redesign. I think the redesign was 2 years ago, or maybe last year. I don't know. COVID kind of just merges things now, but
Yeah, right. The super season.
Dude, it was nuts. I mean, they removed over 1,000 trees, so it's super playable, kind of wide open. Just got rid of some like unnecessary shit too, like trees overhanging greens or like trees tucked on a fairway, which I don't mind trees along a fairway. I actually enjoy it because you should be penalized for not hitting the fairway in some cases, right? Like I don't know. I don't mind tree line fairways at all. But dude, the greens, holy cow! Like you'd think you were at Bandon on a couple holes. Like,
okay,
yeah, just why? Like one of the greens they took and just like stretched it out. It's like over 60 yards long. It's bananas. So if the pin, Teddy's on watch. So if the pin's up front, which it was when we played, from your second, your approach, you're looking at like a 160 the front, and then the pin's in the back. He said it easily plays at like 200 plus.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's wild, and it's such a fun course. So they took out a bunch of trees. They added a ton of bunkers, and they added a bunch of runoffs. So like none of these greens, like old Bev, there was a lot of bowl-shaped greens. Now there still is kind of bowls, but they fall off. Like there's no pup.
Sure.
So yeah, they're all just like plateaus that are typically raised like what hole is that? Maybe like 4. But yeah, just overall, I was kind of just blown away. And I told David, I was like, dude, I don't remember the last time I enjoyed a round like that, because one, I really wasn't worried about what I was shooting or how I was worried about playing well, obviously, because I didn't want to go out there and just look like an idiot. But
you're out there to enjoy the course.
Yeah, I was like really entrenched in like the new design, and then as well as talking to David again and just kind of shooting the shit with him and hanging out and slapping the ball around. But of course, dude, it's so good. You got to get out there. I mean, I don't understand how I do understand, because you have like the Chicago Golf and the bigger luxurious clubs that kind of get like the recognition. But somebody is telling me that after the redesign, they're pretty sure that Bev is going to be somewhere in like the top 100 of Golf Digest like in the country.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it's that good. I don't know how it's not like number 1 or number 2 in the state.
Well, we got to get the chef to get us out in the spring again.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure it probably is, but you don't really hear much because it's private, and really the only people that rate those clubs is the Golf Digest and us public course players.
Right.
We don't really get a whole lot of action, but no, yeah,
I'd say that's a solid 3 for you. That's good.
Yeah, a lot of. I was just thinking about it the other day. I don't think I necessarily played a lot this year. I mean, I know I didn't.
Well, that's what happens when you have kids, Tom.
Well, that, and I mean, I was busy. Like I felt busy, but busy with this. I mean,
Yeah.
like, so it almost felt like I was playing because I just, were kind of surrounded by it. But I mean, 31 rounds. I mean, I feel like a couple years ago I could do that in my sleep.
Right.
You know, so I definitely didn't play as much as I thought, but is what it is. That's why we got this right here to
Yeah.
kind of slap around
and then scope out the courses for the north side, the west side.
Yeah, I mean, we got plenty of things to do and scope out, and like you said, now is the time to get out and play those tracks. Definitely encourage listeners to, especially now in the fall, go in. To your point earlier, like right now, unless these courses are still just trying to, criminally charge people for,
right.
COVID surcharge. I'm sure there's
Right.
probably some still, which is just, it's mind boggling me. It literally makes me so angry. But anyways, it's mid-October. You shouldn't be paying anywhere, even if you're riding. You shouldn't be paying anywhere, even on the weekends, like over $50.
Right.
Like, what are you doing? Your greens are probably punched. It's now going to be in the 50s, like
Right.
starting next week, or 60s, I should say. But I mean, these guys should be like welcoming people to come play their course.
Yeah. I mean, and our guys get out there, let us know how there's new courses that you played. Let us know how they are.
Oh yeah. We're always looking for some new recs and some feedback. But yeah, so we'll end it there, and we'll save all of our secrets for the next couple episodes. So you better think about that top three, and it could be anything.
Anything.
Like,
yeah.
Anything.
Oh yeah.
I mean, try to keep it golf related, but
right.
Anything.
No, I already got a couple in the head. We're good.
Yeah. So I guess with that being said, we'll sign off, and we'll see you guys in the fairway.
There you go.